in the bill. Yeah, we getting bottles in again. Up the cup, put it in the air. Feeling real cool. Yeah, I'm from the A, so I'm leaning and rocking. Snapping my fingers, then reaching for my repping my block. Straight from the deck. When you snap your fingers, shout it, gotta jerk your neck. On the best, we don't that mess. I bet you can't do it like this. Yeah, I'm back to the track, back to the snap. 1, 2 step, then gotta lean back. Yeah, this is how we do it.
And we're about 5 miles northwest of downtown Tampa at beautiful Raymond James Stadium near Florida's Gulf Coast. But tonight we start week 9 with a good one in prime time, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night primetime. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Thomas will look to throw. And he finds Austin complete. So 8 yards on the completion there. And they'll be left with second and a couple. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that? And right away, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bucs use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Buccaneers 7, Steelers nothing. Chase McLaughlin to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
They're on the 35-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
To throw is Thomas. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete. trying to find Calvin Austin. That'll bring up second down. You look at this defense for Tampa Bay. They've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
His throw incomplete.
He's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Trap 60, 60.
Now Thomas. This one deep for Wilson. And that nearly intercepted. Well, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And he'll get credit for a punt inside the 20. Not by much, but inside the 20 at the 19-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there without time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
180. Up. Hey, alert 33. Alert, 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 alert. Done.
Mayfield on play action. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. The Buccaneers at 3-4 on the year coming into play. They were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here this way.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
What's that?
Baker going to give it to Irvin. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
3rd and 1.
Here now, 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run here with Irvin. And this is going to be a Bucs 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Mayfield looks to throw. And this is incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Second and 10. Mayfield down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 39. That one good for 16 as the drive continues.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
Hey, regular, 180.
Mayfield. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
King, 180.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He's got his receiver. That's Ibuka. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Ibuka, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Bucs have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now 14-0.
Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they are right at the 500 mark on the year and got there with a victory a week ago.
I think right now I put myself in the shoes of the head coach and say, all right, time to reset a little bit. And I don't give my team a win one for the giver speech, but I do say, look, we haven't played our best football yet, but we are at 500 and we're still in it. Let's try and string a few of these victories together, and we're capable of doing so.
Valuable lesson that I had to grow. That's why I never ask for help. I do it for you and do it for myself. I go 0 to 100 real quick. Real quick. Whole squad on that real. 0 to 100 real quick. Real quick.
This is 2nd and 8. Here's Thomas. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Now he'll tuck this and run. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. To throw, Mayfield. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
That's what they have to do more defensively. Not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face. Not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Throwing, Mayfield. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Shepard. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. This defense for the Steelers, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
20. What's up?
Mayfield now from the 50. He finds his man, complete. It's Shepard. So the completion gets him just a yard. And it'll be 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Fourteen 0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. Deep to return is Scotty Miller. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Monroe. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Steeler 1st down on the pickup of 11 yards.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010.
Under pressure, and down he goes. Yaya Diaby, he's the one who got in there. He gets the sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Back to throw. Thomas. Going down the middle, and it's complete. Takes it down deep into enemy territory.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
They go play action here on 1st down. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
second down and goal. Thomas on the RPO. He'll keep it himself. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpire's got different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another second and goal. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers have got it back to within a score. And it's blocked. Picked up by the offense. This is a live ball. And he takes a shot at the end of that play. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week. And you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They'll stay on the ground with Irvin. And some room to run now. They'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 70 yards for him on the ground so far tonight, as he has been terrific in this first half.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Dead. 180. Alert, 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 alert.
First carry for Rashawn White. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap, because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Dead. Run, run, run. Alert, alert. Done.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. Left side is complete. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bucs have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now.
Steelers 6. Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out. Oh, a poor throw there, and it's intercepted. He's set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
First down pass. Intercepted. The Bucs take over.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Good. 180. What's up?
Following the interception, Mayfield. Throw left side complete. That's Evans. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
That's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort. But instead, he sets his guys up in excellent shape for a 1st and goal.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
Good. What's up?
They'll try again. And this time he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. No success on 1st down. He couldn't get any yardage. They give it to him again, and he finds the end zone.
Sometimes it just has to be persistence, doesn't it? And you know who else helps with that? Offensive line. After a team's been stunned, the last thing they want to do is go to a different play call. They want to come back and do it again and show that they can dominate the line of scrimmage.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. For this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. And now the Steeler offense staying out there, and they'll go for 2.
Steelers will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll try and throw for it. Now he's going to step up and run. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
Up, up.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Point it right, point it right, point it right. What's up?
Now Mayfield. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Now a 2nd and 10.
Alert, alert, alert. Hey, alert, alert. Good. Done.
Here's Mayfield. He finds his man, complete. That's Shepard. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The The Steelers now in the nickel here on third down.
Kings, Kings, Kings. 180. Regular, regular, regular. What's that?
Mayfield with it once more. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards.
29-yard line.
Alert, alert. Stop.
Mayfield to throw it. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down around the 21-22. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
What's that?
They run out of the gun with Irvin. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Back to throw here. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he takes a pop at the end of that one. It'll be a gain of about 4.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5.
180. What's that?
Looking to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
A good job in coverage there. They took away his top read on the play, so he went through his progressions and ended up settling on his running back who scored on their last possession, but the coverage held. It goes incomplete.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on third down.
Hurry, hurry. 20. Hurry. Kings, Kings, Kings. Up. Hey, alert 33. What's that?
They'll set up to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive, stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. The Bucs with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield.
Point it right, point it right, point it right. Start.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
On third down, they go with Irvin. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll give up 6 yards there on the loss, and it'll bring up fourth down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. Just a 30-yard punt that time. And that will come the offense as they... take over. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Throwing to start the drive. Thomas. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
To throw again on second down. Thomas. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Operating from the gun, Thomas. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have the Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's good.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
They'll look to throw again. He completes it to Wilson. And he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it as he gets wiped out on that one.
Brings up 2nd and 9. The Bucs 42-yard line.
Now a handoff up the middle. Monroe. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a third and about 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Four receivers on the field. It's 3rd and 4. Thomas will look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got him there complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 25-yard line.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
To throw is Thomas. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Oh, a dangerous pass there, and it's intercepted. And the Bucs force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
First down pass. Intercepted. The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. First and 10 as this new drive starts. And Mayfield will have a first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact there at the end of the play.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
That will give Irving running right. And he is going to lose yardage here. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
They'll drop the throw. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. So the pitch and catch good for 11. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense. Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have a few men in the box there.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mayfield looking middle, and he's got Ibuka. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 33.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Hey, alert 30.
Mayfield looks to throw. Oh, he's got Ibuka. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They've moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
And again, it's Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Straight ahead, it's Irving. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Bucky Irving, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that will bump the lead up to 26.
38. Steelers 12.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
In every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. They'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Now Thomas. Now he's going to step up and run. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 44-yard line. Back now in Tampa. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. In motion right is Wilson. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 8.
Go! 60 by 6, 60 by 6. 18, right here. Buffalo 18.
Here's Thomas. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down.
70 Lions. Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Trap 60, trap 60. 19 Lions.
Looking to throw. Thomas. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Vita Vea drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up 4th down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And this game just illustrates how important home field really is. On paper, didn't look like much of a matchup, but now it's looking like it'll become one of the big surprises of the weekend. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Once again, it's Irving. Had the nifty footwork, but only able to get it to his own 20.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Well, this one probably not the close game you would expect or hope to see in prime time, CD. But, of course, that wasn't their intent in preparing for this one. They said they felt like their offense was ready to put up some points. And, my goodness, it has been a dominant display in front of a national audience.
Yeah, they thought it, and it certainly came to fruition, didn't it? They've been dominant in so many ways in this one. If you weren't paying attention to this group before, you certainly are now after seeing this type of victory from them.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
32-yard line.
Handoff running left, Irving. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Mayfield on play action. Now he'll tuck this and run. He's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns. And it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
That is caught. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Emeka Egbuka, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Buccaneers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big. After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You tackle him almost on the spot, then he's have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The first catch of the ball game there for Metcalf, and a 1st down to Booth.
It's a gain of 10. And the Steelers 1st down.
Off the play fake, Thomas. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Thomas. And his throw is incomplete.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw again. Down he goes. Vita Vea, his second sack of the night.
Fourth down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a fourth down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is taken at the 18. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. And there's only one timeout remaining on the defensive side of the ball, so that doesn't really come into play either. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
Hurry, hurry! 180! Point it right, point it right, point it right. What's that?
Well, the lead late in the fourth, but Mayfield's going to throw it. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Well, up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That passing incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
Mayfield. Open man is Ibuka. It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short game.
Kings! 20! Hey, alert, 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 alert! Run. What's that?
A run up the middle with Irving. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. They lost 2, and it brings up 4. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. And this is going to work out well as it's out of bounds near the 13-yard line.
At their own 13-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Now wasting time going right back to DK Metcalf. This game, it was well in hand early, never really in doubt. Charles, you and I do so many games together. There's so much parity in the NFL, a lot of close battles. This was not one. Tip your cap to them for a really impressive effort.
Yeah, and you know, as the game went on, I think the defense kind of got together and said, you see our guys on offense, they're just putting up point after point. We need to leave our mark somehow, too, and they did it, pitching a second-half shutout.
So for Tampa Bay, they're back to 500 as they move to 4-4 on the year. And they'll get the weekend off now as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the